Okay. And some of the
6 p.m. I call to order the meeting, a catastrophic event meeting rescheduled from January 27th, 2026. It's for the City of Gerald Planning and Zoning Commission. It's now Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Phones are good. Cell phones on silent, please. Roll call. We have Ms. McLean, Mr. Oliver in attendance. Mr. Bryson does have an excused absence. And we have Commissioner Places. One open position at the moment. We do have a quorum present. There's 3 commissioners. We'll rise for the invocation. Heavenly Father, pray for you to lead us today and make the best decisions for the city of Gerald and its citizens. And please bless us as we do so. Amen. Pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Do we have any public comments?
I've received none. No, sir.
No public comments. And I saw that agenda item 3.1 was.
If you will just call it out, and then we'll just say that staff is requesting that item be removed.
Agenda item 3.1, conduct public hearing to discuss and take possible action regarding an ordinance to change zoning designation from single-family suburban SF2 to neighborhood commercial C1 on property described as a 0.48 acre tract, lot 19-24, block 40 of the city of Gerald, Williamson County, Texas. According to the map or plat thereof recorded in Cabinet A, Slide 17, plat records of Williamson County, document number 200-300-3130. The staff requests this item be removed for consideration from the agenda. Next, agenda item 4.1, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding the minutes of the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting held on November 25th, 2025. Do I have a motion to approve or disapprove the minutes for that meeting?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Ms. McLean makes a motion to approve. Mr. Oliver seconds. Do we have any discussion on that? No discussion. We'll take a vote. Ms. McLean?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Oliver?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Bryson is absent. So yes. For myself. The motion passes 3-0 to approve the minutes for Planning and Zoning Commission meeting held on November 25th, 2025. Agenda item 5.1, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding the nomination and election of officers to serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission for 2 years. That's December 31st of 2027. Ms. Bell?
So we have vacancy. Sally Candler resigned last fall, which left a vacancy for secretary. So because all of your terms were renewed for 2 years, we figured we would just do the officer nominations for 2 years as well. So I'll probably need a nomination for each position separately, since we only have 3 people here right now. So you can make a motion to continue with both yourself and Mr. Oliver as chair and vice chair, and then appoint Caitlin as secretary if you wish. But it would have to be like 3 separate motions, just due to the limit of people that we have here. Okay.
And that would be Mr. Oliver making the motion. So kind of,
I'll make a motion to nominate Nick for president.
okay. Motion's made to make myself chairman for the next 2 years.
I will second that.
All right, so we're making a motion. Caitlin seconds. Do we have any discussion on that?
No.
We'll go to a vote. Ms. McLean?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Oliver?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, and myself, I'll accept. Motion passes
Congratulations.
for myself to be the chairman for the next 2 years of the Planning and Zoning Commission. On to vice chairman.
I will make a motion for the next 2 years for you to be vice chairman.
For Mr. Oliver.
Yes. Sorry. There's no words here to.
Okay.
I'm so.
Ms. McLean has made the motion to make Mr. Oliver vice chairman for the next 2 years. Do we have a second? I'll second. 3. Do we have any discussion on that? Mr. Oliver, you?
No discussion.
No discussion? All right, we'll go to the vote. Ms. McLean?
Yes.
Say yes. Myself is a yes. Mr. Oliver?
Yes.
Yes. Motion passes 3-0. Mr. Oliver will continue as vice chairman of the Planning and Zoning Commission for 2 years. Next up will be for the secretary position. Do we have a motion for secretary?
I'll make a motion for Caitlin to be the secretary.
I will second that. Any discussion?
You're okay with that, Addison?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll take that to a vote. Mr. Oliver?
Yes.
Is a yes. Myself is a yes. Ms. McLean?
Thank you.
All right. The motion is passed 3-0. Ms. McLean to be the new secretary for the Planning and Zoning Commission for the next 2 years, December 31st, 2027. Next agenda item, 5.2, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding the 2026 meeting calendar. Ms. Bell.
Thank you, sir. So we did discuss the meeting calendar last fall, adopted the calendar. City council is more than likely gonna change their meeting dates. I'm not 100% sure when, but some of the dates that we had adopted on the calendar needed to be adjusted regardless. So Forrest sent out the 3 proposed calendars, I think, to y'all in December. And I think the majority vote was for this calendar that's on the screen before you now to be adopted. Tuesdays. It looks like the 3rd Tuesday of the month is what we agreed upon. Okay,
Mhm.
thanks. So we do need to figure out our next meeting date for sure for February, but depending on what city council does next week, this may be amended again to keep us in compliance, because there's flat limitations on how long, in between dates.
Understood.
Okay,
Fully understood.
Okay.
I've always said I'm pretty flexible.
Pretty flexible,
So I'm almost
Mhm.
to any date that comes up, especially in a circumstance like this, so I should be good.
so I think if they don't change any meeting dates, then we'll be fine. We'll bring it back to you, of course, to vet that out, but if they do change their meeting dates, then we'll have to bring the calendar back. So do you guys wanna adopt this calendar in full right now, address it again when they come after we know on Tuesday?
I'll move with that.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. McLean, Mr. Oliver.
Yeah.
Okay, so adopt this one in full right now, and then if we have to amend it based on city council's decision, then we'll bring it back in March.
That should be
or in
fine.
February. Okay, okay. Sorry, there is not motions on the screen, I do apologize. So
Okay.
the motion for this one would just be,
Adopt the calendar as presented.
there you go. You know the game.
Yeah, look at there.
Okay. Commissioners, do I have a motion to approve and adopt the calendar as presented by Ms. Bell?
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed calendar schedule for 2026
As presented.
as presented.
I'll second that.
Ms. McLean brought a motion to approve and adopt the calendar as presented. Mr. Oliver is seconded. Any other discussion on that? Okay. Ms. McLean?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Oliver, your vote?
Yes.
So yes. And myself is a yes. The motion to approve and adopt the calendar as presented for the next calendar year for the Planning and Zoning Committee passes 3-0. Agenda item 5.3, discussion, consideration, and possible action on Mazona's preliminary plat on property described as being a 150.920 acre tract of land located in the Nathaniel Moore Survey, abstract number 410, Williamson County, Texas, said 150.920 acre tract being all of that called 150.977 acre tract of land recorded in document number 2030-73770, official public records, Williamson County, Texas. Ms. Bell?
Thank you, sir. So you guys are familiar with this piece of property. We've done some zoning items on this, land use items. They are now at the preliminary plat stage. Location of the property is shown on the screen in front of you. Justification for why you're seeing the preliminary plat, local government code City of Gerald Code of Ordinances requires preliminary plats to come to the Planning and Zoning Commission prior to being considered by City Council. And also local government code section 212.0091 does require that as well. Background on this subject property is approximately 150 acres. There's a little bit discrepancy in description there. As technology gets better, then we can tighten up those acreage limits, and it'll vary a little bit. Council did approve the utility service agreement at the December 2nd, 2025 council meeting. 750 LUs allocated. If you do recall, this property was originally designated for residential. They did switch to industrial type use for the data center. We do anticipate that the majority of those LUs will come back to the city, not be utilized for the data center. But we won't know until we get building plans, get a final user determined out there. The utility services agreement did determine some project milestones. So the comp plan and land use amendment, 6 months from the effective date of the utility service agreement. They actually did that prior to the agreement being passed or being approved by City Council, along with the annexation and the zoning. They did that last fall and then did the utility services agreement in December. So now we're at the preliminary plat stage. They're well ahead of their projected schedule for the agreement. Infrastructure construction plans about 30 months from the effective date of the utility services agreement. We may bring that back depending on what it looks like for their infrastructure, gas lines, electrical lines. That's gonna be like their biggest hurdle to get over for that location. And then final plat, 36 months from the effective date of the utility services agreement, and then the building permit application, 48 months from the effective date of the USA. They will do an extension of water facilities as needed to support water and wastewater for this site, my apologies. And this agreement is effective until the earlier 15 years from the effective date or the full build out of the project. We fully anticipate that this project will be fully built out within 4 to 5 years probably. Again, any LUEs not used in permitted vertical construction during the term of this agreement will revert back to the city without refund. Application for plat was received on December 12th, forwarded to MRB, our reviewing engineer firm, for review. Comments from MRB were returned to the applicant on January 14th, and revisions to this first submittal were received from the applicant on January 21st. Outstanding comments had to deal with the extension of the water and wastewater lines to the site, and then a dedication of an easement for a wastewater line. It wasn't shown on the plat, but the utility services agreement does delineate or lay out the terms of those two items. So while it's not shown on the plat, we do have another agreement with the applicant that structures those requirements. So all the comments that were outstanding by the time you guys got the packet have been resolved. Okay. Staff does recommend approval of the plat. As we did in training, or as we discussed in training, plats can't be denied for arbitrary reasons, not just because I don't like it or I don't feel like this is appropriate fit. If they meet City of Gerald codes, then we're bound to approve those plats. We do have a representative here from Hanover to answer any questions should you have any, and of course, staff is available for questions as well.
At this time, you have anything to present to us, or?
I do not, I mean, I'm happy to answer any questions that you got on it, but as far as further presentation, not this time.
Do y'all have any further questions at this time?
I really don't think so, because I feel that we've covered quite a bit of this, and unless you feel otherwise.
No, it's pretty straightforward this evening.
So next steps that you'll see on this project is gonna be construction plans, so extension of water, wastewater, any off-site utilities, so like gas, electrical, stuff like that. So that would be the next step that you'll see on this project, but that'll probably be a little bit down the road. Once that's done and the, infrastructure is installed, accepted by the city, then they move on to the final plat. Once the final plat has been approved by, once the plat has been considered by P&Z and approved by city council and filed with the county, then they move on to building permit. And then at that time, you probably won't see any other items, for the project, because it's all handled internally by staff.
Okay. Motion to approve or disapprove the consideration on the preliminary plat for the Wazonis plat.
I'll make a motion to recommend approval of the preliminary plat as read in the caption by the chairman based on staff's recommendations and findings.
I'll second that.
Recommendation to approve by Ms. McLean, seconded by Mr. Oliver, to approve the preliminary plat as read in the caption by the chairman based on the staff's recommendations and findings. Any further discussion on that? No. If all, please state your answer. Ms. McLean?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Oliver?
Yes.
Yes. Myself is a yes. Motion passes 3-0. To recommend approval of the preliminary plat as read in the caption by myself based on staff's recommendations and findings. Anything from the commissioners wish to speak on?
I don't think so. We're good for now. I can always call.
You know how to roll with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hearing nothing further, we are adjourning the catastrophic event rescheduled regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission at 6:18 p.m.